At a special variety show in South Korea featuring a collaboration between BTS and BLACKPINK members, fans went wild as the atmosphere was unusually lively and fun. The show was called K-Star Vibes. BLACKPINK x BTS, hosted by the famous MCU Jungkook. The episode's theme was Truth or Dare Idol Edition, where the stars had to answer fan questions honestly or complete unique dares if they refused. The most anticipated segment was when all the members sat in a circle on a starry-themed stage, lounging on pastel-colored beanbags. Lisa sat not far from Jungkook, and from the start, the cameras kept catching their subtle smiles, playful jokes, and meaningful glances. You read a card from a fan. Lisa, who do you think is the most handsome BTS member? The entire studio erupted. Jim burst out laughing and pointed to himself. Arm pretended to fix his hair. V aka Taeyoon struck a runway model pose, while Jungkook simply smiled, calmly swinging his legs as if he didn't care. Lisa giggled nervously and covered her face with her hands. "Wow, that's a dangerous question," she said, while glancing toward the BTS members. "You're all handsome, honestly." Jin cleared his throat. "That's a safe answer." "But we don't want a safe answer." Lisa SSI Juk laughed and pressed her. "We want honesty? Where you choose?" Dare, Lisa thought for a moment. The camera panned to Jungkook, who now had a shy smile. Fans in the studio began chanting softly, "Jungkook, Jungkook, finally." Lisa took a deep breath. "If I have to pick just one, the most handsome BTS member to me." She paused, looking straight at the camera, is Jungkook. The room exploded. The entire studio cheered. The BLACKPINK members laughed out loud. Jennie shouted, "I knew it from the start." Ju covered her mouth while staring at Jungkook, who now bowed his head clearly. Smiling, Rose playfully patted Lisa's shoulder. Jungkook looked at Lisa with disbelief, then chuckled and raised his eyebrows. "Seriously?" Lisa nodded confidently. "Of course, your visuals are just different. You've always been handsome, but lately you look like a webtoon character." Juk chimed in. "Lisa says you look like a webtoon character, Jungkook. SSI. Whoa, you need to take responsibility for that." Jungkook laughed and replied, "If she says I'm handsome, I should say thank you." Taeyong, sitting next to Jungkook, teased him. "Hey, you usually stay quiet, Jungkook, but now you're smiling non-stop," Lisa quickly added. "Maybe because he knows I'm being honest." Jungkook turned to Lisa and said, "Thank you, Lisa C, but you're also incredibly beautiful." The studio went wild again. Juk pretended to panic. "Oh no, this is going to go viral." After the show ended, things were more relaxed behind the stage. Lisa sat in the waiting room opening a bottle of water while checking her phone. Jungkook entered quietly and sat on the couch next to her. "Thanks," he said softly. Lisa turned to him and smiled. "For what?" "For saying I'm the most handsome?" Lisa smiled casually. "You are handsome, Jungkook." "I was just being honest." Jungkook nodded. A moment of silence passed before he asked, "If fans go crazy over it, will you regret it?" Lisa quickly shook her head. "Nope. What I said wasn't for attention. I just think people deserve to know the truth." Jungkook chuckled. "The truth?" Lisa nodded, stood up and grabbed her jacket. "Yeah, the truth that you're really, really handsome." Jungkook looked at her with a wide smile. "Then you should know another truth." Lisa raised an eyebrow. "What's that?" Jungkook stepped a bit closer. "That you are incredibly beautiful. And I've thought that since the first time we met on stage during our collab." Lisa looked down, blushing, then let out a soft laugh. Don't make me nervous like this." Jungkook smiled. "It's okay to be nervous after all. Honesty shouldn't be scary." They both laughed. No more words were needed because their eyes said it all. Fans might have only seen Lisa call Jungkook, but behind that, something real was starting to grow. Perhaps more than just banter on a variety show. After the special K-Star Vibes episode aired, the clip of Lisa calling Jungkook the most handsome BTS member went viral across social media hashtags like #Lisa Jungkook, moment #Vivis Visual King JK, and #Leisku Kev. Vibes trended in various countries. But behind the popularity, Lisa's emotions were mixed that night. She sat alone in her hotel room, scrolling through TikTok and Instagram, watching clips of the show. Each comment section was filled with thousands of fans, some screaming, some joking, others making fan art and edits of them as a couple. Lisa smiled faintly while scrolling. Some fans teased others. Genuinely wished them to be together. Ping, a notification appeared. Message from JK. Did you see the world going wild over one sentence? You said. Lisa laughed and replied, one honest sentence can start a storm, huh? Grinning face with sweat. But seriously, I was really surprised. Were you sure you wanted to say my name on camera? Totally. I just said what I really think. Besides, you are handsome? There was a pause before Jungkook replied, in that case, want to hang out tomorrow? Just... Camera. Lisa paused, heart racing. She had never really spent time alone with Jungkook outside of official events. What time? 4 p.m. The place is a surprise. I'll pick you up. Lisa smiled and typed, okay, I'm in. The next day, at exactly 4 p.m., a black van pulled up in front of Lisa's building. She stepped out wearing an oversized hoodie and dark sunglasses inside. Jungkook was already seated, dressed in a hoodie and cap that covered most of his face. Anyone Jungkook greeted with a small smile, Lisa got in and closed the door gently. Anyone the van drove toward the Han River, but not the usual public area. Jungkook had planned a private spot, a quiet, open space near a small pier usually used for fishing. No one else was there. I come here when I need fresh air, Jungkook said, as he sat by a wooden railing gazing at the slow-flowing water. Lisa sat beside him, hugging her knees. The evening breeze played with her simply tied hair. Thanks for bringing me here, Lisa said. Jung turned to her. Thanks for coming. Several minutes passed in a peaceful silence. Lisa eventually asked softly, were you bothered that I called you handsome on the show? Jungkook chuckled. Bothered? Not at all. I was happy. Lisa looked at him. But now, people are shipping us like crazy. Are you okay with that? Jungkook sighed lightly. Lisa, you know how the K-pop world is. But honestly, if they ship us, because we have good chemistry, I don't mind. Lisa smiled gently and looked away. Her heart fluttered. The evening wind carried the scent of leaves and river water. I don't mind either, she finally replied.